Okay, great. Hey, what's everybody? So tonight, since tomorrow is, of course, Mother's Day, I am going to be playing Nancy Drew Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon tonight. It's no relation to tomorrow's thing, but I am going to be playing it all the way through. Hopefully. Let's just hope that I can. My cutoff time is, it is 11 o'clock Eastern Time, my time. So, 3 hours from now. If I can't beat this game in 3 hours, then, well, you know. And if I can't beat this tonight, then I'll just continue it Monday until I do beat it. But I have a feeling I am going to beat it. Yeah, wearing my Nancy shirt. That's something else to say. It'll probably come to me. Yeah, so I'm really excited to play this game. I feel like there's something I wanted to say, I just can't remember. Now it's gonna bug me. Okay. Let me get my headphones on. Sorry, because the mic's right here. Might bug some people. Do this. Then this. I'm gonna see my desktop. Then this. Please work. Is it working? Woohoo! It's working! Yay! New game.
Welcome to my latest case, Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. To start, choose Junior or Senior Detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, click on Tutorial.
Is that bad? I know how to say everything. Is it bad? I know how to say everything she says there. Junior, so, you know, I'm not playing for
Dear Hannah,
5 hours.
here I am at the railroad station along with a handful of other detectives about to board a train bound for who knows where. The only person who knows where we're going is Lori Gerard. That's the young woman who invited everyone. Actually, she didn't really invite me. She invited Frank and Joe Hardy, and they invited me. And I've always wanted to join forces with the Hardy Boys. I just hope this doesn't turn out to be another one of Lori's silly attempts to grab publicity. Some people can be a little too rich and a little too famous for their own good. Wish me luck. Love, Nancy.
Well, people, now that our little orientation tour is over, let's get started. Okay, I, again, am Lori Gerard, and the first thing I want to do is thank you all for coming. John Gray, I am so thrilled that you're taking time out from that TV show of yours to do some ghost hunting here with us. I mean, Ghost Chasers is like the best cable show ever. And Charlena Purcell, I cannot tell you how much I adore those romance novels you write. Your characters just seem so real. And all that stuff you know about the Old West, you are just awesome. And Tino Balducci, only the most famous police detective in the country. And then there's Frank and Joe Hardy. They're amateur detectives. My dad and their dad are old friends.
Whoa, hold up.
And you must be the other amateur detective, their friend? Natalie?
Nancy. Nancy Drew?
Whatever. All right. I'll bet you're wondering where we're going. Well, we're going to Copper Gorge, Colorado. Why? To solve the mystery of what happened to Jake Hurley, the man who originally owned this train. Because, see, one day in 1903, this train was found in a place called Blue Moon Canyon, which was out in the middle of the Nevada desert. Only the engineer was on board, and he was dead. As for Jake Hurley, he had disappeared from the face of the earth. Oh, and 2 more things. Before he disappeared, Jake was rumored to have found the richest gold mine in the world. And the train he owned, this train, his wife Camille died on it while they were going to the gold fields.
Dun, dun, dun.
It was rumored to be haunted.
She's gone.
Oh my gosh.
What in the world?
Hey, what's going on?
People should never go tampering with things they don't understand. Oh, brother.
Oh, brother.
It's okay. Everybody just stay calm. No need to panic. I'll get to the bottom of this.
Well, Nancy, you're up on all that social etiquette stuff. What are you supposed to do when your hostess vanishes into thin air?
If I don't seem concerned, it's because I'm not. Laurie Gerard is a young woman whose only goal in life is to be famous. She craves attention and habitually uses her father's considerable wealth to get it.
So you think her disappearing like that is just some kind of publicity stunt?
I just think she couldn't resist showing off in front of all of us minor celebrities. What was your name again?
Nancy Drew, you and I have actually met. Sort of. I called you not too long ago when I was at Shadow Ranch.
Woohoo.
You gave me some information about Dirk Valentine.
Ah, Nancy Drew.
You don't remember me, do you?
No.
What else do you know about Jake Hurley?
Nancy! Come here.
Excuse me for a second.
Okay, I'm coming, Joe. Who was that?
Is this Jake and his wife?
Yes. From what I've read, Camille loved to sing and dance, even in death, apparently. Jake reportedly told people that after she died, he would sometimes see strange glowing lights outside the windows at night, bobbing gracefully alongside the train as if dancing with it. He said he found the sight very comforting. I suspect normal people would have found it terrifying.
Yeah, I find it a little bit terrifying. It's the Hardy Boys. Ah.
Hey, Nance.
Where have you two been?
I followed Tino Balducci.
And I went after John Gray. He went straight to the room in the car that used to be Camille's and didn't come out again. I could hear all these weird noises coming from inside.
Did you talk to him?
I was just about to go in, but the next thing I know, Joe's got my arm in a vice grip and is dragging me back here, babbling about how Balducci's our guy.
He found something on the floor right where Laurie was standing when the train went dark. I saw him pick it up and put it in his pocket. Then he left.
There's a guy with a leaf blower. That's annoying.
Did you see what it was?
When I tried to talk to him, he just kind of brushed me aside and said something snotty like, "I'm on the job here, Junior, so just go back to the playground and stay out of the way." In case you two hadn't noticed, we're not getting a lot of respect around here. Can't we at least tell Balducci that we do stuff for ATAC?
You know the rules.
ATAC?
American Teens Against Crime. We do a lot of undercover work for them.
Wonder Cop's probably never even been undercover.
Joe, let it go. What'd Charlena have to say?
She thinks Laurie is faking this whole disappearance thing.
She's not the only one.
How can you say that? You heard Laurie scream.
Anybody can scream, Joe. Especially girls whose fathers have given them acting lessons along with everything else they've ever wanted.
What about you, Nancy? What do you think?
Either she screamed by acting, or she screamed because she was kidnapped, or something. I agree, Frank.
I kind of agree with Frank.
You've got to be kidding.
Do you think maybe one of Laurie's other guests is in on her disappearance?
It's certainly possible.
From the way she talked, it didn't sound like she knew any of them.
Maybe that's what she wanted us to think.
Or maybe that's what one of them wanted her to think.
Well, whether Laurie disappeared by force or by choice, what we've got to do now is find her.
Absolutely.
Has anyone talked to the engineer?
Not that I know of.
Then I'm going to head up front and tell him what's happened. Maybe he knows something we don't.
Good idea. In the meantime, we'll take another look around in here.
Great. Catch you later.
Engineer, what do you want?
Hello, I'm one of the passengers, and I just thought you should know that Laurie Gerard has disappeared.
So?
Did you know she was going to disappear?
Hey, all I know is I take orders from Miss Gerard, okay? Right now my orders are to get this train to Copper Gorge non-stop. And until Miss Gerard tells me otherwise, that's what I'm gonna do.
But Laurie may not even be on the train anymore.
Look, Miss Gerard may not be a rocket scientist or anything, but even she knows better than to jump off a moving train.
But
Now, if you'll excuse me, I got me a train to run.
He wasn't very helpful, huh? Hold on a second. Okay, so let's go looking around.
A square and a duck.
As you can probably tell, I've played this game a lot.
This door goes outside. Opening it now would not be a good idea.
Is there a second chance with this? There's not. Oh,
Looks like some sort of steam valve.
that bites. Warning, do not open this. All parts are connected. Got it. Okay. So... Flippy's fins. Freshly canned salmon. Fresh from a hand from the deep.
It looks like there's something behind this painting, but I can't seem to move it. Sadie Crawford.
2 left feet. That's funny. Okay, oops, didn't do that.
Yes?
What are you working on?
I'm writing my next book. I'm on a deadline, so until I write those 2 most wonderful of all 3-letter words, the end, everywhere I go, my laptop goes, and every chance I get, I write.
What else do you know about Jake Hurley? You know, the man who originally owned this train?
Wealthy, imaginative, adventurous, stubborn, egocentric, and most importantly, he was smitten at the age of 35 by a young French woman named Camille Voulet, who died about a year after they were married.
Oh, that's sad.
When did he buy this train?
Sometime in the 1870s, he decided to seek his fortune out west, so he had this train custom built so that he, and some years later his wife, could traverse the mountains and plains in relative comfort.
Where did he meet Camille?
I don't know that. The circumstances surrounding her passing are a bit of a mystery, too. All anyone knows for sure is that years after Camille's death, he showed up in Denver with a pouch full of gold nuggets and semi-precious stones, which he used to purchase mining supplies. He refused to say how he'd come by them, which of course led to speculation that he had found a fantastically rich vein somewhere. Although to this day, its existence remains unsubstantiated, and its location quite unknown.
Why do you think Lori invited you on this trip?
No doubt because I'm such an authority on life in the Old West, and because I'm so good at using old information to unearth new information. My knack for research is, well, it's a gift.
Ed, I'm glad you are excited.
Well, I'll let you go.
All right, then.
I'd be so scared to do that. I mean, I don't think I could.
Pretty. Looks like some kind of gemstone.
Okay, let's see who we can call. Let's call home.
This is the Drew residence. Please leave a message at the beep.
I don't need to talk to anyone at home.
That's fun.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
George, get over here. It's Nancy. It's about time you called.
What's up?
What's up? You're the one who's on the train with a bunch of famous people. You tell us. This is torture, Nancy. I'm dying of curiosity here. Bess, just calm down. Oh, like you're not just as curious as I am. She's been begging me to call you ever since she got here. Only because you've been driving me crazy. I'm supposed to be helping her paint her room, but every other brushstroke, she's like, where do you think she is now? How do you think the Hardy Boys are doing? Why do you think she hasn't called? What do you think Lori Gerard is wearing? Oh, George, that is so not true. I could care less what Lori Gerard is wearing. So come on, Nancy. You're on a train full of famous people bound for who knows where. So dish already, would ya? Bess, calm down. Look what you did. You got paint in my hair. I'm sorry. You know, actually, that looks kind of cool.
Nice try, Bess.
No, really.
You're just saying that because you're afraid I'll bail and you'll wind up having to paint this dump all by yourself.
George, I kid you not. You should seriously think about doing some major highlights in that color.
What color is it?
Adobe beige.
Nice try, Bess.
What's going on, Nan?
Our hostess has disappeared.
What do you mean, disappeared?
I mean, the train went into a tunnel, everything went dark, and when the train came out of the tunnel, no Lori. She just disappeared.
Publicity stunt.
My thoughts exactly.
Remember the time she was allegedly kidnapped from her Vegas hotel room?
Yeah, the guy across the hall just happened to have a camera and got it all on tape.
It made the evening news in practically every city in the country. And then there was her daring escape the next morning.
Only it turns out she faked the whole thing.
Of course, she claims her ex-boyfriend faked it to get back at her. She thought she was really being kidnapped.
Like anybody believes that.
Sounds to me like somebody has been spending a lot of time reading the tabloids.
George has.
Very funny. So what else is going on?
I better go.
Remember, when in doubt, call.
Call. It's like in these point of the games, I wish that, you know, they had like the fast forward through the dialogue thing, like at some points of that. Especially if you're just playing this game just to be playing it. And you know what they say and stuff. Here we go. Our first puzzle. Goes in the, nope. I'm usually pretty good at these. Now watch, I say that and I'm gonna fail. Okay, so the one with the, that goes up here. That is wrong. This goes up here. No, that goes there. That is wrong too. That's good. That goes down there. Whoops. Aw, come on! Yay! Yay!
Left pickaxe and lamp with buhl for safekeeping. To open what's closed, lead is the key. Or is it lead is the key? This must have been the sleeping car.
Tale of Two Dolls. Yeah, that one. Red, I did play it, but I have not streamed it. I've played it. Oh gosh, I forgot. I forget how many times I've played it. And yes, those puzzles are hard. CJ, hey. Welcome to the stream. Hello. Okay, that is some sick equipment. How do you get it all on board? Wow.
Hi, you're that Nancy person. How you doing? John Gray.
You look pretty busy.
Right now I'm taking time-lapse electromagnetic readings and recording background noise. This was Camille's private car. If she had something to do with Lori's disappearance, analyzing these readings may give me a clue as to Lori's whereabouts.
See, something I did understand what he meant right here. Yeah, talking about the Curse of Black Miranda is kind of wanting me to play, too. When I first played it, not to spoil anything for anybody who has yet to see it, but when I first played it, and like you peek through the little hole into someone's room, and then you see the hand, like that. I'm like, I jump back, like I ripped off these. It's like, I think I stopped playing for a minute.
Are you saying that Camille's ghost kidnapped Lori?
What to most people are ghosts are actually temporary distortions in local electromagnetic fields caused by the presence of residual psychic energy generated by the person or persons who frequented that particular locale. That's my working theory, at least.
Okay.
That's very interesting.
It's all very scientific. But the fact is, Lori's missing, and I, for one, am doing everything in my power to find her. The vibes I'm getting make me think she could be in serious trouble.
I've played all of the games so many times I have lost track. I mean,
Charlena Purcell thinks Lori is just playing some kind of joke on us.
Charlena Purcell writes romance novels. End of comment.
I love how is it there? It's kind of funny.
Is Lori a friend of yours?
First time I met her was when I boarded this train with all the rest of you. I knew her by reputation, of course, like everyone else who reads the tabloids. It doesn't appear that anyone aboard this train is her friend.
Maybe she planned it that way.
You mean so we'd concentrate all our efforts on finding Jake Hurley? Possible, although she really doesn't strike me as being the planning type.
What do you think of Tino Balducci?
I kind of feel sorry for the guy. After catching those bank robbers, he can't just be a good cop anymore. He's got to be a great cop. Tough to perform under that kind of pressure.
Well, I'll catch you later.
Take care.
A slug.
The Little Book of Samplers.
I was just getting ready to read that out loud. So, what's everyone gonna do for Palms Day tomorrow?
Thomasina O'Neill.
That kind of hurt my neck.
Looks like Camille was teaching herself how to play the piano. It's locked.
No duh.
Teddy Eberhardt. This looks like some sort of game.
My mom and I are gonna be playing the Silent Spy tomorrow. It's her first time watching it, so it's gonna be really, really fun. Okay, let's do this. And I failed on my first try. Oh. Click it. Click it. Click it. Whew. It gets so, like, repetitive, so it's kind of...
I did it!
Yay! Okay.
Wonder what's in here.
Ooh. Okay.
I need some music.
I got some.
If I had some music, I could play a tune.
Red, taking your mom and mom-in-law out to dinner, that's a great way to spend tomorrow. Okay, so G, so C, D, E, F, G, so... Oh.
Don't do that, please! Those microphones I set up over there are very sensitive. Just about took out my eardrums. You can play that thing when I'm done. I'll let you know when that is, all right?
Okay.
Well, that kind of bites at your across the globe. Sorry, John Gray. I didn't mean to. Well, I did, but I didn't know it hurt.
Looks like some kind of sewing sampler. I wonder if there's a relationship between those symbols and those numbers. I wonder what's under here, and what the deal is with those weird-looking bolts.
I hate that puzzle. It's so meh. Oops. Okay, who here has played White Wolf of Icicle Creek, and the reason why I dislike seeing him? I didn't like him in this game. I don't like him in the White Wolf of Icicle Creek because of, well, you all know if you've played this. I don't want to say anymore because I might spoil it or something. Okay, let's talk to him though. Anyway.
Hey, Nancy, right?
You remember my name?
That's right, Nancy Drew.
Amateur detective, huh? Ever thought about becoming a real detective? You know, like me?
Do you have 64 books dedicated to you? I don't think so.
You mean become a police detective? No, I never have.
It's a great job, you know. I love it. You, heard about those bank robberies I solved, right?
So, you've never played the game, Red? Well, that kind of stinks. Do you have a Wii? They have it for the Wii as well. I've played it on the Wii. I haven't beaten it, but I've played it. I got stuck at the snow shoveling part.
Yes, I sure did.
Baffling case. Two-man team at 17 banks in 3 states in 5 days. FBI had no idea who the perps were. But after forcing their vehicle to a stop, confronting them, despite the fact that they were armed and giving chase, I single-handedly made the collar.
See,
I heard all they had was a plastic knife from a carry-out chicken place.
You heard wrong. You see, Nancy, when somebody does something really remarkable in this country, the first thing everybody else does is try to tear them down. Reporters, late-night comedians, even some of my fellow officers, all have been spreading vicious lies about me. Why? Because they've never done anything remarkable in their sorry little lives, and they're jealous. Anyway, you should look around in here. Lots of interesting stuff. This was Jake's private car, you know.
well, that was rude. Really rude.
I understand that you found something on the floor in the dining car.
Yeah, at first I thought it was an old coin, but it turned out to be some kind of slug.
Do you think it had anything to do with Laurie's disappearance?
Nah, probably been lying there for 100 years. May have served a purpose back then, but now, worthless.
Sure. You only got to be able to play about 30 minutes of it? That really bites. Aw. Do you have a Mac? You might be able to play it on there with, Boot Camp. It's basically like a program you can download on your Mac where you can play PC games.
What are you going to do with it?
Well, I'll tell you what. Here, keep it. Wear it around your neck or something. That way, when people ask you where you got it, you can tell them Tino Balducci gave it to you.
The Tino Balducci. Yay!
Oh, thank you.
What else can I do for you?
It's been great talking to you.
Helping people is what I'm all about.
The periodic table. Yay. Gemstones and how to identify them.
Camille with Hager Anderson and Chantilly Hildegard.
So, how many times have you all played this game? In particular, like this one. I've played it. What? I think about 10 times. I think that's a rough guess.
Looks like an old-fashioned cigar box. Wonder why it's locked. And what does AG mean?
Oh, really? I mean, it may work. It depends on the type of computer it is. I know it works on a Windows 10. That's what mine is.
Another gemstone. Wonder what Jake used this for. Another gemstone. Eliza Sandberger.
Yeah, so what's everyone's favorite Nancy Drew game? That's hard to pick for me. My favorite one would have to be Silent Spy, because I've always wondered what happened to Nancy's mom. I'm not going to spoil anything else for everybody who has not played the game.
Strange. It seems to be built into the wall. Those symbols look like the ones I saw in that sampler.
A square and a duck. Whoops. Whoops. No! Need to find another slug. I think. Am I missing something? Ghost Hogs of Green Lake is your favorite? Yeah. You know, that is a really good game. I got scared when I first played it. It was about, oh gosh, 3 years ago, I think, when I played it. So
Sickly Sarah caught a germ so new it made one of her pretty green eyes turn blue.
that's not creepy at all. Okay, somebody help me out here. Where's the other slug? Am I missing it? Do I have to go back? I don't know where it is. I don't remember where it is. No, I think I'm missing something. I did it! I didn't need another slug.
Look very familiar.
I didn't need to. I just needed to do that. Okay, yay!
Looks like to make this thing, whatever it is, I'm going to need a spyglass, a pickaxe, and a lamp. Citrine, amethyst, zircon, those are all gemstones, I think.
Yeah, I think the game to scare me the most was the Captive Curse. I mean, because yeah, Thornton Hall was scary, but I feel like the Captive Curse, you know, scared me more. I don't know how to explain it.
Silver. What do all those colors have to do with silver?
Silver is orange, blue, green, red, purple, yellow. Didn't mean to do that again. Another slug! Yay! Okay, so now back up, Nancy. Come on, back up.
Jake said a pickaxe goes here. Wonder what's supposed to go here.
I know. I'm not gonna say it.
Looks like I need to enter 8 letters into this thing. The question is, which 8 letters?
I only remembered it because of watching the Her Interactive Sims game and from how many times they said it. But I'm not gonna do it right now because I can't if I do it. I love this puzzle. Dang it, I was on the right track there. Ah! Ah! Yay!
Lori?
Oh my gosh! I never thought you'd be the one to find me. No offense. Nadine?
Nancy. Nancy Drew.
Well, as you can see, I wasn't really spirited away by ghosts or anything. That bookshelf in the dining car, you step on this thing in the floor in there, and it slides open. I practiced disappearing for weeks.
So it was just all for show?
Well, not entirely. See, here's the deal. My dad wound up with this train when he bought out Noram Shipping. They'd been storing it in this old warehouse outside St. Louis for so long that everybody had just forgotten about it. Anyway, after like mass begging on my part, Dad had the train restored to working condition and got me an engineer and track permits and all that other stuff until finally, here we are, on our way to find out what happened to Jake Hurley.
I think you were going to explain why you kidnapped yourself.
Oh, right. Well, see, I was one of the first people in like 100 years to set foot on this train, okay? Everything was just the way it was when Jake disappeared. Except I also found this. It's a letter that Jake wrote in 1901 to his niece back east. He was real paranoid about claim jumpers, which is why he never told anyone where his mine was. But he was also afraid something would happen to him and no one would ever know where it was. So he wrote this letter to his only living relative, Ruth Kensington. Here, take it.
You want me to have it?
Yay.
Why?
Because you found me. See, in that letter, Jake tells Ruth that everything she needs to figure out where his mine is on this train. He also warns her that his wife's spirit is on the train too, which kind of creeps me out. But the thing is, to find Jake's lost mine, we need the train.
How do you know this Ruth person didn't find the mine decades ago?
Mostly because I found that letter in the wastebasket. It was like she'd gotten so ticked off trying to follow her nutty uncle's clues that she finally said to heck with the whole thing.
Okay, her voice sounds really familiar to me. Like I've heard her on like another game of this series. I just can't place it. It's starting to bug me. Sounds so familiar.
What about the other people you invited on this trip?
If you want to show them that letter, go ahead. It's totally up to you. We're going to Copper Gorge because that's where Jake buried Camille, so I figured his mine might be somewhere around there too. But if you think we need to go somewhere else, you just let me know and I'll have the engineer take us there.
How come you didn't try to find the mine yourself?
Maybe I did. Or maybe I just thought letting other people try to find it would be a good excuse to throw a party. I like parties.
Guess I better get to work.
Okay.
Keep me posted.
Keep me posted. I can't even go that high.
Looks like a dance floor, maybe?
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a picture. I can't. Wait, yes I can. Camera. Boom. Send. That's Marvin. 1 second.
I can use this to open that grate I saw in Camille's car.
Okay. So have you ever read the Nancy Drew Hardy Boys books before, like the crossover books? I'm wrong. Thank you, CJ. I knew that voice was so familiar to me. Ethel from Blackmore Manor and Jane will be okay. Yeah, now I'm starting to hear her voice. I'm starting to hear Jane's voice. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Yeah, I have 32 books out of 36. And I'm like, I don't want it to end. I actually haven't read it in like years, so I'm probably need to go back and just reread all the books again. Now I want to go read it. Reverse the bar.
Guess I'm done. Strange. All that's left is a jumble of letters.
But we know what it does. Wow, that was easy. There we go. This is so cool.
Jake's mind must be somewhere on this map, but where?
Okay, why can't, like, that actually happen in real life? You know, like, all this. That'd be amazing. Like, I am jealous. talk to... Even though I don't want to, let's talk to Tino.
Well, it's the little lady detective. What do you need?
I found Lori. She was hiding in the caboose.
Oh, yeah?
It turns out that slug wasn't so worthless after all.
That slug? I mean, I knew that slug was a clue. That's why I gave it to you. I mean, I could have found Lori no sweat, but I thought, hey, why not give somebody else a shot? And you came through. Nice job.
Thank you.
But look, from now on, if you come across anything that may have something to do with Jake Hurley in his mind, let me know, okay? Just so I can, give you advice, help you sort things out. After all, the opportunity to work side by side with a world-famous police detective doesn't come along every day, you know.
So, Red, do you ever stream any Nancy Drew games? Do you think I could take a closer look at that?
Do you think I could take a closer look at that cougar statue?
What, that cigar clipper? Go ahead, take a look.
I'll bet I need this stone to build that thing in the diagram I found. But if I remove it now, Tina will know I'm onto something.
Yeah?
Interesting. I just wanted to get a good look at it, that's all.
What else can I do for you?
Thanks for your help.
Don't mention it.
I'm trying to finish this game, as it says on my thing. I want to finish it. I want to play it all the way through. So, I'm trying to not talk about everything, if I can help it. Yay!
Wilson carbide and acetylene works.
What is... Oh. Oh, okay.
Always your friend, Thomas Wilson. Looks like a pattern for some kind of dance step. Maybe I'd better keep this.
Oh. Like, why isn't it going? Let's take a first gemstone and let's do this, even though I really don't want to. I'm not good at this, at these kind. Okay, I think... Okay.
There.
Yay!
All done.
Okay. So let's go to the lounge car, where whatever it's called. Oh wait, I'm stupid. I'm totally stupid. I was even thinking about it.
November 1901, from somewhere in Colorado.
This is sad.
Dear Ruth, I know that we've never met, but now that your father, my estranged brother, is gone, you are my only living relative. I am writing to you to tell you about my mind before I, too, depart this earth. and its location is lost forever. I cannot tell you outright where it is, lest this epistle fall into the wrong hands, but with the information which follows, and with my train, which shall be yours upon my death, I promise that you'll be able to find it. First, you will need a map. To obtain it, know that my travels have taken me all over this great country, to towns which can be difficult to find, to Calico, Silverado, and Central City, to Dodge City, Virginia City, and Tombstone. To locate the mine on the map, you'll need my projector. When it comes to placing the stones, you'll need to ask someone who holds a warm place in my heart. I have stored his name accordingly, but to retrieve his name, you'll have to give the dolls an order. This will require looking inside Camille's dancing shoes for the name of their maker, and wearing the shoes as you perform her favorite step on the dance floor. As for my beloved Camille, she has 4 words for you, words which, when translated into numbers and used in combination, will help power my projector. But alas, she's taken them with her to her grave. So go to Copper Gorge, Colorado, and pay your respects, and let some of her goodness rub off on you. I promised Camille that this train would always be her home. In return, she promised to never leave, and indeed she never has. People say I'm crazy, but I've seen her, and heard her, and feel her presence on the train even today, 20 years after her untimely death. So above all else, my dear niece, let nothing happen to my train. It holds wonderful things. Kindest regards, Jake Hurley.
Why is that so sad? That's so sad.
Darn, the name of the shoes is so faded I can't tell what it is. Maybe Bess and George can help me figure out who made them.
Hello?
Hi, Bess.
Hey, what's going on?
Dancing shoes.
The name of the company that made Jake's wife's dancing shoes is too faded to read, but to find Jake's mine, I need to know what it is.
Hey, I know what you can do. Take a picture of them with your cell phone, then send it to us, and we'll check them out for you.
But I thought you guys had to paint Bess's room.
Boring. Besides, we're going to have to take a break soon because we're almost out of paint.
Probably because Bess has gotten more on me than she has on the wall.
Anyway, send us a picture of the shoes via cell phone as soon as you can.
Actually, I already sent you a picture of the shoes.
Well then, hey, we're on it.
Oh, you guys are the greatest.
I know. Need anything else?
Catch you later.
Remember, when in doubt,
Call. Okay, now what? I could go talk to the Hardys and then go back and maybe then
That must be the projector Jake mentioned in his letter to Ruth.
I could go talk to the Hardy Boys and then go back to stop. Oh.
Better not mess with that puppy.
But I want to. Wow. Yeah, no, it's, Sorry. No, it's something we're doing. My sister's doing for the big day tomorrow. I don't want to say it. My mom might be in the stream. I don't want to say what it was, but no, it was not a meatball. Oh! Ooh. Ooh, get that. No, stop it. Okay, one more time.
Better not mess with that puppy.
Ooh, that hurts my head! Every time I see it, it hurts my head. What? Okay, apparently I was told by her again that my mom is not in the stream. That was a homemade donut hole thing for having brunch tomorrow. So I really hope she's not here. I hope she's not here.
Hey, Nancy.
Wow. No,
What's
okay.
with the Cheshire Cat grin?
You found Lori.
Yep, she's holed up in the caboose, and as a reward for finding her, she let me have this. It's a letter from Jake to his niece in which he leaves clues telling her how to find his mine. Only the clues are extremely obtuse.
You found Lori, you got the letter with all the clues. Guess you don't need us anymore.
Oh, Joe, quit pouting.
Poor Joe.
Want any help?
Are you kidding? You bet I do.
Now you're talking.
Balducci wants me to share everything I find out about Jake Hurley with him.
I'll bet he does.
He just doesn't want you to show him up again.
Yeah, he wants you to do all the legwork so at the last minute, bam, he can swoop in and grab all the credit.
I wouldn't tell him a thing, Nance.
Unless it's to get lost.
Burn. Man, now I need a drink. Whoa. I'm just kind of expecting her to come in with a drink. That'd be great.
I found a diagram for some kind of contraption that Jake designed, but to operate it you need his pickaxe and some kind of lamp or lantern, which it looks like he gave to somebody named Buell.
Buell? Joe, show her.
Show her what?
That old picture we found.
Okay.
We found this on the bookshelf. You see? Buell's Supplies and Pawn Shop. That's gotta be the same Buell Jake gave his axe and lantern to.
Yeah, 100 years ago. And the guy was a pawnbroker, Frank. The stuff's probably long gone.
Or maybe it's still somewhere in Copper Gorge.
Well, that's where we're headed, so let's just hope for the best.
Right.
It stands to reason that the only person other than Jake who had to have known the location of Jake's mine was the engineer on Jake's train.
Very true.
Not necessarily. Jake might not have told him the exact location. Maybe he just had him drop him off somewhere nearby.
Well, still, we'd be way ahead of the game if we knew where that drop-off point was.
If the engineer had any surviving relatives, we may be in luck.
The guy died more than 100 years ago. How are we supposed to find out his name?
Maybe Charlena What's-Her-Face could tell us how to go about it.
Good idea, Frank. I'll ask her. Talk to you later.
If you need anything, just let us know.
Man, I really need a drink. Whew.
Yes?
I found Lori. She's in the caboose. You were right. She disappeared because she wanted to see which of us would find her first.
And you won. Congratulations.
Wow, well that was sarcastic.
How would I go about finding out the name of Jake's train engineer?
If you're smart, you'd ask me. And because my work is going surprisingly well, during my next break, I'll log onto my archives at home and see what I can turn up.
Yay.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Whoever invented the cellular modem, that's whom you should thank, dear.
I have to have this up so I can hear if anybody opens my door again.
I should get going.
That would be nice.
So, who does everyone ship? Nancy and Ned or Nancy and Frank? Just thought I'd strike up that conversation. There's a I think I saw some people on Facebook once say that they vote for her with Frank. I don't know. It's close for me. But you know, like I'm rereading the books again, and I'm just like, okay, whoa.
Somebody must have thrown the emergency brake.
She didn't hit her head that time.
The question is, did somebody throw the brake? Or something?
Oh, Joe, now you sound like Lori.
Hey, I was the first one on the scene, and I saw no one.
Who was the next person on the scene?
John Gray. Then Balducci came bursting through one door while Frank and the engineer came through the other. Boy, was that guy ticked. He said the train could have derailed. He reset the brake, muttered a few choice words, then headed back to the engine just as you and Lori showed up.
Everybody was there except Charlena. I don't think she left her laptop the whole time.
Do you think she could have thrown the brake and snuck back to her laptop without your seeing her?
Not likely, but possible, I guess.
The question is, why? What did she or anybody else stand to gain by stopping the train?
Answer? Nothing. Which is why I think we should at least consider the possibility that something less human in nature may be at work here.
Oh, Joe.
I'm going to see if Balducci's done dusting for fingerprints. Catch you later.
Yeah, I ship Nancy and Ned. But I mean, it's close. It's really close for me.
I need 4 numbers to unlock this, and there's, what, 10,000 possible combinations? Guessing could take me a while.
Whoops. So, what's everyone's favorite character from the Nancy Drew universe? Not including Nancy's inner circle, like Ned, Bess, George, Frank, Carson, her mom, you know. I want to talk to Tino again.
Glad you dropped in. Lori told me she'd given you a letter from Jake Hurley that says how to find his mine.
I didn't mention it before because it's very bizarre.
Lori should have given that to me. I mean, I'm the trained professional around here. Let me take a look.
Yep. Fatima is really funny in this game. I mean, but I do mean like in any game.
2 words. Useless. Those are just the rantings of a guy who spent way too much of his life swirling mud around in pans under the hot sun. 5-star nut job.
Yeah, but my favorite character would have to be Alec from The Silent Spy. I just really like that character, and I really like the story as well.
Lori says she found this letter in a wastebasket.
Exactly where it belongs.
Did you find any fingerprints on the emergency brake handle?
None that were any help, thanks to Casey Jones up there. I told the old geezer not to touch anything, but he went and got his big, fat, oily paw prints all over the place. If we didn't need him to drive the train, I'd charge him with obstruction of justice.
So you have no idea who threw the brake?
Whoa, I didn't say that. As a matter of fact, I found this. Probably fell out of the perp's pocket while he was yanking on the handle.
Looks like some kind of thermometer.
Yeah, like the kind a certain ghost hunter uses on that bogus show of his.
You think John Gray threw the brake? But why would he do that?
Because they're thinking about axing his show, that's why. I checked with this buddy of mine in L.A. Gray's got to come up with something real big real soon, or he's toast. And you can't get much bigger than a train with a spooky past that's prone to strange accidents, now can you?
Who else have you told about this?
All in due time. I always like to get my ducks in a row before I make an arrest.
Whoa.
You're going to arrest him?
Hey, the train could have derailed. We're talking reckless endangerment, attempted assaults, maybe even attempted murder. John Gray wanted publicity. That's exactly what I'm gonna give him.
Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Don't mention it.
J.H. For Jake Hurley, obviously. Must be Jake's insignia.
Didn't know anyone else I liked from the games. Yumi from Shout Out the Water's Edge. That's a good one too. Even though she talked ridiculously fast and I could barely understand her, but thank you for having subtitles down here. I'm gonna call Bess and George. Finally. I meant to go talk to the Hardys and come back, but everything...
Hello?
Me again. Just checking to see whether you were able to find out the name of those dancing shoes yet.
Your wish is our command. But hang on to your hat. The name is a real mouthful. The shoes were made by Chaussette Chateauyantes. Chaussette-Chateauyantes. That's French for shimmering socks. Apparently, if you were into dancing in the 1870s, that was the company to get your shoes from.
Whoa.
Chaussette Chateauyantes. Got it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for letting us help.
I'll talk to you guys later.
We'll be right here. Yeah, washing the paint out of our hair.
Okay. Now we know... Okay, so... Where did that go? Oh, I'm stupid. Yay! Not creepy at all, not creepy at all.
Guess Camille liked to collect dolls.
Yeah, this one is just really creepy. Yay! 2 more slugs. That's pretty cool. Okay. Let's go back to the scale. Whoops.
With any luck, I just opened the stove in the dining car.
Yay! Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! No, let's do this first. So, how many times do you all do, like, the second chance things in these games?
More questions?
Would you like to see the letter that Lori gave me as a reward for finding her?
The one in which Jake
Sorry.
Hurley supposedly tells his niece how to find his lost mine? No, thank you. I happily leave it to you to try to solve the mystery of his disappearance. You can afford to look foolish, dear. I can't.
Thanks. Unable to be. Okay, wait, hold up. I can afford to look. I can afford to look foolish, but you're mean. Come on. Yeah. What about the one in The Curse of Blackmore Manor where she like falls into like that fly trap? That one's funny.
Aren't you even going to try finding out what happened to Jake Hurley?
No time. The only reason I haven't insisted that Lori release me from all this silliness is there's always the possibility that what happened to him has the makings of a bestseller. Although I highly doubt it.
Do you have a theory as to who pulled the emergency brake?
Well, I know it wasn't me. I assume it wasn't you, and I highly doubt it was Lori. So that leaves those two friends of yours, Mr. Gray and Mr. Balducci.
Trying to think of another one that's really funny. What about in what about the one in Labyrinth of Lies where you're down in like the caves or whatever, and then you go to like the fire room, and then like if you look over, and then if you look over again, she falls in the fire, which is totally stupid. And why would they have fire in a set anyway? That's pretty poor planning on their part. Oh yeah, and the one in the final scene where you're looking over the balcony, it's like I can't reach it. And you still try to do it anyway.
What do you think their motive was?
I don't know about your friends, but perhaps those other two simply thought it would be fun. Boys will be boys.
Okay.
Were you able to find the name of Jake's train engineer?
I came across 3 references to the fact that Jake had an engineer, but I'm afraid none of them included his name. I failed. Sorry.
Well, okay.
I'll let you get back to your writing.
All right, then.
Here we go, guys. Gonna open up.
James Thurston.
I hereby agree to pay James Thurston the sum of $9 a week plus room and board in return for his services as the engineer of my train. Well, $9. I mean, back then that was a lot. Let's go tell the Hardys.
Hey, how's it going?
I think I know the name of Jake Hurley's engineer. James Thurston.
Great! What else do you know about him?
Well, nothing.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, finding out more about him will give us something to do. We'll look into it.
Gosh, I love them in this game. It's really, really funny.
Tino found one of John Gray's thermometers by the emergency brake handle and is getting ready to throw the book at him.
John Gray threw the emergency brake? Why would he do that?
Tino thinks he did it to hype the Ghost Factor and make it sound like he was onto something big so the cable company won't cancel his show.
I still say there's less to all this than meets the eye, if you get my drift.
I get your drift, Joe. I have lived with your drift for years. I am saddled with your drift.
All right, all right.
I love that. That has to be like my favorite thing from this game of what
See
they
you
say.
later.
You know where to find us.
Oh, gotta love it. Okay. So, now... Wait, I forgot. The thingy up here. I always forgot about that one. Whenever I played the game, I always forgot about that. Okay, so now we need to go talk to... over here. And need to do the grate in Camille's car. And we need to talk to John Gray. Let's talk to John Gray first.
Sup?
I found Lori safe and sound in the caboose, so I guess those vibes you got about her being in serious trouble were wrong.
Strange. My vibes are never wrong. What's even stranger is I'm still getting them. So maybe they're not about Lori. Maybe they're about you.
See, I'm always, you know, in danger. Nancy is, so, you know, nothing new.
I'm confused. Are you a scientist or a psychic?
I happen to be both. What's commonly referred to as psychic phenomena is all a matter of energy.
That's
Just
great.
because we don't know where that energy is generated or how to measure it yet, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Trust me, either you or Lori is, or soon will be, in big trouble.
Could you be more specific?
Unfortunately, no.
Are you by any chance missing a small digital thermometer?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. When I went through the box I packed them in, that one over there, I came up one short. I was hoping to set up at least 6 in here so I could check for cold spots. How did you know I was missing one?
Because Tino Balducci found it by the emergency brake handle when he was dusting it for fingerprints. And now he thinks you're the one who pulled it.
Dun dun
That's
dun.
ridiculous. I didn't have any reason to pull the emergency brake.
Is it true that your show is in danger of being canceled?
Newsflash, my show was canceled. Happened last night. But what nobody knows yet is that it's been picked up by a major TV network. Not only am I still on the air, but I'm sitting prettier than ever. Any other questions?
Were you in this room the whole time prior to that emergency brake thing?
Of course not. I made a couple of trips to my compartment in the sleeping car to get more equipment. But did I get an overpowering urge to pull the emergency brake while I was there? No.
So are you making any progress in here?
No.
Yeah, not only am I getting some real unusual EMRs, that's electromagnetic readings, but take a look at this.
You've got something?
I set up a camera and took some time-lapse photos. Sometimes I was in the room, sometimes I wasn't, but somewhere along the line, I managed to get a shot of Camille.
Where? You don't mean that little blob, do you?
Yep, that's Camille.
Okay.
You're skeptical. That's cool. Just remember, the key word when it comes to ghostly phenomena is energy. That blob is the result of Camille's residual life force, spirit if you will, reacting with the chemicals in the photographic paper.
Couldn't it just be a flaw in the photographic paper?
Okay, it could be that too, but it's not. Trust me.
Gotta live it. That is
Thanks
that
for
is
the
great.
chat.
Come back anytime.
That's great.
That tool I saw in the caboose. I bet that's what you used to unscrew these bolts.
Turn, dang it. Like I said, I hate this one. Turn, dang it!
More
Yay.
pipes to connect.
Yay!
Here we go.
Woohoo! See, I talked to them, so now I can just go talk to Tina now. Oh, my hand hurts.
What's going on?
What do you think happened to Jake Hurley?
He probably died trying to work that mine of his all by himself. But I'll let you in on a secret. I'm onto something that could crack this case wide open.
What did you find?
Sorry, can't go into detail. Let's just say that thanks to yours truly, what happened to Jake Hurley won't be a mystery much longer.
Hope I didn't take up too much of your time.
Don't mention it.
Why? I feel sorry for the guy who played him. Because, like, so many fans just hate his character.
Hey, glad you stopped in. You gotta listen to this.
What have you got?
I put this digital recorder in the corner where Camille showed up in that picture and turned it on so it would just keep recording. Now when you play it back at normal volume, all you hear is background noise. But when you turn the volume way up and run the signal through a filter or two...
Alright, noise and...
Hear that?
I hear something. It kind of sounds like a woman singing.
Not just any woman.
Camille.
So be careful what you say in here.
She's listening.
I won't keep you any longer.
Pleasure talking to you.
Okay. So now we need to go talk to the Hardys.
What is that?
I'm sorry, I wouldn't say what is that. I'd scream and probably pass out. Or scream and run. I just bit my tongue. It hurt. I'm sorry, I wouldn't be able to do that.
More questions?
Why are you so sure that Jake's story wouldn't make a bestseller?
His story is an all too common one. A man wanders off into the desert in search of gold and never returns. Why? He either doesn't have enough food or water, or he encounters hostile natives.
But why was his train found out in the middle of nowhere with just the dead engineer on board?
That does make the story a little more interesting. My guess is the engineer got tired of waiting for Jake to return, took off in the train to get help, and died of a heart attack along the way, after which the train rolled to a stop in Blue Moon Canyon. Anyone experienced enough to single-handedly run a steam engine would have been quite a bit older than Jake.
The others on the train, John Gray and that police detective, do you know them very well?
I don't know them at all. Needless to say, I don't watch television, so I've never even seen Mr. Gray before. Although I do know that his profession, if you can call it that, is rife with crackpots. As for Mr. Balducci, from what I've read, his success in solving those robberies was less a matter of talent and more a matter of being in the right place at precisely the right time.
Do you think he's a good investigator?
No. You and those two Boy Scouts you're with would make better detectives.
Yes!
Is that all, dear?
Thank you!
I should get going.
That would be nice.
Well, you're not very nice.
Hey, how's it going?
Were you able to find anything out about Jake's engineer, that James Thurston guy?
Good news and bad news. The good news is he had a wife in Copper Gorge, so he may have had children.
The bad news is our internet service provider stopped providing before we could use our cell phones to find out anything else.
That's okay. We can do more checking when we get to Copper Gorge.
Right.
Barns. Field. Deer. Pretty. We're in Copper Gorge, everyone! Woohoo! Yay! And I've only been playing for like an hour and 25 minutes. Woohoo! Let's go into the museum.
Hey there!
Okay.
Welcome to Buell's Old Time Taffy House. Come on over here. Welcome, stranger. Listen, You by any chance get here on that private train what's parked out yonder?
As a matter of fact, yes, I did.
I love the
There's
accent.
a rumor going around that Charlena Purcell's on board. Is that true?
As a matter of fact, yes, it is.
Hot dang if that don't beat all. I've read every single book that gal's ever written. Best writer whatever lived. Did she get off the train too?
I don't think so. She's pretty busy.
Charlena Purcell herself right here in Copper Gorge, breathing the same air as me.
Hot dang.
Well, welcome, little missy. Go on in and take a gander at what life was like during the heyday of Copper Gorge whilst you sample some of our delicious homemade saltwater taffy.
So, this is some kind of museum?
Why, it's the best kind of museum, sister. It's free. You can gape and gawk and ooh and ah to your heart's content. Least you can till I close up.
Are you Buell?
Do I sound like a Buell to you?
Sorry, the costume kind of, threw me off.
Oh, right. Sometimes I forget I'm wearing this thing. Buell was my great-great-uncle. This building used to be his general store. During the glory days back in the 1880s, he commenced a pawnbrokering, so the miners Copper Gorge was crawling with back then could raise some cash to pay for grub and tools and such. But pretty soon, the mining boom went bust. And there was Uncle Buell, stuck with a whole store full of junk. Only it wasn't junk to him. Debris from lost lives and broken dreams is what he called it. Couldn't bring himself to get rid of it. So, passed it on to his kin. My great-granddaddy's the one who come up with the idea of turning the place into a tourist attraction.
No offense, but it doesn't look like you're attracting that many tourists.
That's 'cause it's the off-season. Come summer, we're rolling in tourists. Mostly on account of the taffy. Tourists just love taffy. Especially when you dangle a free sample in front of them to get them hooked. Of course, it ain't really free. Some taffy on a stick'll cost you 2 tokens. Which you can get by winning both those games over there.
Are they hard?
Danged if I know. Come to think of it, I've never played them. But you're getting me off track here, missy. Fact of the matter is they're free. Unless you go messing with the artifacts I got in here. Do that and you'll be head first in the nearest snowdrift before you know what hit you.
Do you by any chance have any of Jake
No,
Hurley's
that's great.
things in here?
Jake who?
Hurley. He was a miner. I think he may have left a lamp and a pickaxe with your great-great-uncle.
Never heard of him. Of course, that don't mean his stuff's not here. Just means you're just gonna have to look around and see for yourself. But remember, Susie Q,
Don't touch.
Pleasure talking to you.
Ditto, little missy.
Okay, I hate this game. I hate this game. Well, these games right here. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Come on, blue, 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 blue. Come on, blue, go, blue. I know it's yellow.
Rats.
Wow. Come on, white, go. No, boss, it's gonna be blue. And it's green, of course it is.
Rats.
You red. I won! Yay! Let's do this. Whoops, sorry. Don't fall in there, don't fall in there, don't fall in there, don't fall in there! You stupid little... I am failing! Don't you dare, don't you dare. Okay, good. Yay! Dang it. Come on. Get in the yellow. Oh. No, no, but dang it. The other one's gonna win. Dang it. Dang it! See if this works. Come on. Come on, yellow. Dang it! Ooh, get it, yay. Dang it, come on. I think I'm gonna go get me a pizza. After I stream. The price is right. Yeah, I think I'd be your favorite game like this from that show. I stink at it. Ah! Don't get in the, don't get in the... Dang it. What? Come on. Come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Dang it. Yay! Come on. A few more, few more. No, go the other way. No? Okay. Come on, just let me win! Yeah, it's gonna win again. Okay, does anybody have any tips for this? Your name producer and title here. No. Of course. Oh, come on, I was so close. Ah! Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. I was almost there. Oh, come on! What? How is that even right? Dang it! Come on, get in there, get in there! Yay! One more, come on! Yay!
Looks like to get some taffy on a stick, I'm going to need 2 different tokens.
Which I have.
This looks just like the insignia I saw on the train. I'll bet this was Jake's trunk. If this was his trunk, maybe the pickaxe and lamp that I need are inside.
You still here?
Do you know what's in that old trunk over there?
Why? You ain't been fooling with it, have you?
Oh,
That's
no,
great.
of course not. No, I just thought it might contain the lamp and pickaxe that I asked you about before.
Well, if it does, you can forget about him, 'cause it's locked. None of my kin have ever been able to figure out how to open it. Not even my cousin Alvin. And he went to junior
future
college.
I was about to say the future college.
Would it be okay if I tried to open it?
Well, now, I certainly ain't gonna let you break it open if that's what you're getting at.
Oh, no, I would never use force, believe me. But in order to try to get it open, I would have to, touch it.
Nope, sorry, not gonna happen, little missy. Unless...
Unless?
Tell you what, you get Charlene Purcell to come in here so's I can shake her hand, and I'll let you fiddle with that trunk till the cows come home.
You know what? I've got a better idea.
Now, what could be better than me coming face to face with the lady who writes the finest literature this here country's ever seen?
Well, that's just it. If you were to just meet her, you'd have nothing to show for it. Afterwards, she'd go her way and you go yours, and that would be it. But if you were to, say, get her autograph, well, then you'd have something to hang on the wall and brag about.
Okay, make it so's I can meet her and get her autograph.
Oh, but the thing is, she's on a deadline, and if you take her away from her
Autograph.
writing, she may fall behind. And if she falls behind, her publisher may pull the plug. And if her publisher pulls the plug, it could ruin her career. Do you really want to risk ruining Charlene Purcell's career?
Good heavens, of course not. All right, you just get me Charlene's autograph, and you got a deal. Just make sure she uses my name. I want it real personal-like.
You bet. And your name is...
Fatima, with an F. None of
Yeah,
that
that weirdo
weirdo PH stuff.
Okay, Fatima. I'll be right back.
Oh, that's great. Okay. Now we're gonna go talk to Charlene Purcell. Oh, the guy's still here? Nope, they're gone.
More questions?
I met a huge fan of yours in town who'd really, really like your autograph. An autographed picture would be even better.
Imagine that. Me having fans way out here in the boonies. Well, I'm sure I have a picture around here somewhere. But what I don't have is a pen. Usually I just ask my assistant for one.
I have a pencil here somewhere.
A pencil won't do, dear. It has to be ink. See if you can borrow a pen from somebody.
Okay, I really don't want to do this game right here. Oh, I don't like it at all.
What's going on?
Do you by any chance have a pen I could borrow?
Why, I'm surprised at you. Don't you know that every detective should carry a pen?
Actually, I carry a pencil.
Well, as it happens, I got lots of pens. And tell you what, if you can play that Leaping Lizards game I found over there and do better than I did when I played it, which shouldn't be that hard seeing as how smart you are, I'll give you a pen. What do you say?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, the object of the game is to get rid of as many lizards as you can by jumping them with other lizards until you can't jump anymore. Last time I played, I wound up with just 5 lizards. If you can wind up with only 4, the pen's yours.
I did it! I won!
Yes!
Talk about luck. Here's your pen. What else can I do for you?
Whew.
It's been great talking to you.
Not a problem.
Wow, I've never gotten that on my first try. I think I did it once. But wow, that was awesome. Wait a minute. Is he gone?
Nancy?
Sorry.
Have you found a pen so I can autograph that picture?
I got it from Tino. You can keep it. If you could have it say, to Fatima, that'd be great.
There you go. Anything else?
I'll let you get back to your writing.
Let me know if you run across anything juicy.
Okay, so now we can go to here and give Fatima her thing. And
Hey, Nancy.
There you are. We've been looking for you.
Yeah, you won't believe the lucky break we caught.
Lucky break? Hey, that was the result of good old-fashioned detective work.
It was the result of your insisting we stop for a cheeseburger.
Guys, what's going on?
Well, it turns out that a grandchild of Jake's engineer still lives around here.
What's more, he hangs out at the local diner. Comes in every day.
Apparently, he's pretty ancient.
Did you talk to him?
Not yet. The thing is, the owner of the diner wouldn't agree to point the guy out unless one of us fills in for his short-order cook.
He's got to go home and wait for the cable guy or something.
And since Joe here barely knows how to boil water, guess who got the job?
Way to go, Joe.
Hey, I can boil water. It's just that when it's got things floating in it, I get confused.
Speaking of confused, get this. Balducci convinced Lori that Jake's mine is somewhere right
Oh
here
my
in Copper
gosh.
Gorge, so he, Lori, and John Gray are hiking up the mountain out there even as we speak.
Like that bumblebrain's gonna find anything.
Sounds like now might be a good time to do some serious poking around on the train.
Good thought.
Hey, I better get going. Wish me luck.
I'll go with you. You can make me a cheeseburger.
Got that autograph?
Got something
great.
better. An autographed picture.
Hot dang! She spelled my name right and everything. Go ahead, little missy. Have a go at that trunk. Whatever's inside, it's all yours.
This indentation looks familiar.
can't do it yet.
There we go.
Right there. That was fast. Okay, so now we need to go back to the train and we can do the piano puzzle. That we couldn't do because of John Gray being in there. Okay, so yay, it worked.
A spyglass. I'll bet it's the one I need for Jake's projector.
Okay, then I need to go to the car and get the stuff from the thing. And I can get that purple thing that was near Tino.
Carbide. Just what I need to make that lamp I found work.
Okay, now we need to go to the cemetery and let some of Camille's goodness rub off on us. Right there.
Yes,
You
Okay.
startled me. Do you work here?
I do. Are you looking for someone?
Yes, Camille Hurley. She died back in the 1800s.
Ah, Camille. Beautiful crypt, wonderful view, good drainage. Whoever buried her must have loved her very much.
May I go inside it?
You may, but unfortunately you can't.
Why not?
I accidentally dropped the key down the grate that's in front of the crypt. If you can retrieve it, you can keep it. I'm having another one made. But if you do go into the crypt, just remember, you won't be alone.
That's not creepy at all. Thanks, dude. Thanks a lot.
Well, there's the key. I'll never get that key at this rate. Gotcha.
Yay. Another slug.
PB. CU. This indentation looks familiar.
There we go.
In the letter he wrote to his niece, Jake said she should go to Camille's grave and let Camille's goodness rub off on her. Rub as in rubbing, maybe? If I am supposed to make rubbings of these pillars, I'll need a pencil, which I already have, and some nice thin paper.
Okay, so now we need to go back to the museum thing and open up the trunk now that we know what color we need to use.
What fits here? Well, here's Jake's lamp. Another slug. Could come in handy. But where's his pickaxe?
Welcome back.
Have you by any chance ever come across a pickaxe that had the initials JH carved into it?
Why?
Because it used to belong to Jake Hurley, and I really, really need it. I thought it would be in that old trunk, but it wasn't.
You got that trunk open? Wait till I tell Cousin Alvin. He thinks he's so smart. As for that pickaxe, so happens I got it upstairs in my kitchen. Use it to open the coconuts Aunt Lucy sends me every year from Hawaii.
Do you think I could have it?
Why, no, you can't have it. How would I open them coconuts?
But your great-great-uncle, do you really think Buell would approve of you using something that belonged to some poor miner to open coconuts?
Ah, okay. I'll let you have the pickaxe. After you do something for me.
Sure.
I got a bunch of taffy over there what needs sorting. Just follow the directions that are posted by the machine. Them belts get moving pretty fast, so you gotta keep your wits about you. While you're doing that, I'll fetch that pickaxe.
You got a deal. Wax paper for the taffy. Would you mind if I took a piece of wax paper?
Guess I could let you have a piece.
Can you? Oh, I thought you could. That would be really cool. Let's do this. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Okay, I just got the two mixed up.
Oh, yeah.
Whew.
Got that taffy sorted?
No problem. That was easy.
You sneak any freebies while you were at it?
Oh, no, I would never do that.
Well, ain't you the goody two-shoes? Truth is, wouldn't have minded too much if you had, long as you fessed up to it. Here's the pickaxe. Cracked the handle pretty bad on the last batch of coconuts. You sure you want it?
Positive.
There you go. Don't hurt yourself.
I won't. Thank you. Hello?
Hey, it's Frank. I'm in the kitchen of the diner playing short order cook.
Has that grandchild of Jake's engineer showed up yet?
Just came in with this lady who's even older than he is. And get this. He's a retired miner, so every time I finish an order and ring the pickup bell, he thinks it's the mine shaft elevator bell. And for some reason it makes him start telling his lady friend about his grandfather.
You mean you ring the bell and he starts talking about James Thurston?
Exactly. Of course, 5 seconds later, he's rambling on about something totally unrelated, but I just fill an order, ring the bell, and ding, he picks up right where he left off. That is, unless I fill the order wrong and the waitress chews me out. She's got a voice like a chainsaw. Very distracting.
Sounds like you better keep your ears open and your nose to the grindstone.
I am. Just wanted to keep you posted.
Well, good luck.
Thanks. Talk to you soon.
Let's do this. Volcano burger. Onions. Jalapenos. Hot mustard. Bacon. Cheese.
So do you know what you want to order yet, Edna?
I'm still looking.
Did I tell you that my granddaddy was the engineer on a private train owned by one of the richest men that ever passed through Copper Gorge? Jake Hurley was his name. Yes, sir, my granddaddy was Jake's private engineer for more than 25 years. Told my daddy that men don't come any crazier than Jake Hurley, or any nicer. Treated my granddaddy real well, and told him stuff. Real important stuff. Stuff he made my granddaddy swear to never ever forget. Stuff that my granddaddy told my daddy, and that my daddy told me. Why don't you get the egg salad, Edna? Eggs are back to being good for you, you know. Yes, sir, Jake Hurley told my granddaddy things he never told another living soul. Not even his wife. I tell you about her, Edna?
I don't think so.
Camille was her name. Camille Boulet. That's French, you know. Of course, she died so young that poor Jake didn't have time to tell her anything. According to my granddaddy, one summer day she had a dizzy spell and fell and hit her head. She didn't take well to the heat, see? And sometimes in the summer, when they were going through the desert, why, that train'd be just like an oven. Anyway, Granddad said she got right up afterwards and seemed okay. But a couple hours later, Jake found her in her room, dead as a doornail.
Oh.
Now, there's another expression that kind of makes you wonder. Dead as a doornail. The way my granddaddy died, that was kind of strange, too. I ever tell you how my granddaddy died?
No, I don't think you did.
My daddy, he came home from school one day to find a railroad official telling his mom that Granddad been found dead in Blue Moon Canyon, Nevada. He was in the engine of Jake Hurley's train, just kind of slumped over with his hands still on the throttle. The strange thing is, nobody else was on board the train, yet the door to the engine was locked and barred. It was like Granddad was trying to keep someone out, like he was running from something, like something finally scared him so bad his heart just stopped. Of course, he was in his 60s at the time, and back then that was old. Doesn't seem so old now, does it, Edna? I ever tell you about the mine my granddaddy said Jake Hurley'd found?
He found a mine?
A couple years before he died, Granddad told my daddy that Jake found a vein in the mountains somewhere and was mining it all by himself, so no one would steal it out from under him. He wouldn't even tell Granddad where the mine was. What he'd do is have Granddad drive the train real slow so he could jump off without Granddad seeing him. Then Granddad would pick him up at a prearranged spot a few days later. Oh, they didn't call him Crazy Jake Hurley for nothing. Speaking of crazy, you see how much Abner's charging for a haircut at that shop of his now? $20! But the craziest thing Jake Hurley ever did was tell Granddad the secret to finding his mine. He made him swear to tell it to my daddy and nobody else. Eventually, my daddy, he told me, and it was so bizarre that I remember it to this day, though I sure don't understand how it'd help anybody find his mine. But since my daddy didn't tell me not to tell anybody, this is what Crazy Jake Hurley told Granddad, word for word. The eye of the tiger is fixed on a star. Zircon lies in fingers that scar. Amethyst floats in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep. Tourmaline by a soft arm is ensnared. Peridot rests at the foot of the mare.
The eye of the tiger is fixed on a star. Zircon lies in fingers that scar. Amethyst floats in a hand from the deep. Citrine is what the foul mouth shall keep. Tourmaline by a soft arm is ensnared. Peridot rests at the foot of the mare?
Frank, are you sure that's what he said?
I'm positive.
Do you think he could have been pulling your leg?
Look, this guy was old, okay? I mean, we're talking Jurassic. And guys that old don't joke around. They don't have time to. What you just heard is what I heard, word for word.
Got anything else?
I almost forgot. You gotta check this out.
It's just an old letter, Frank.
You bet it's an old letter. From Samuel Clemens.
Oh my gosh, where'd you get this?
I found it in the caboose.
Apparently he and Jake were pen pals.
Wish I had a famous writer for a pen pal.
When Joe gave it to me, I about flipped. I know I should turn it over to Lori, and I will, but it's just so darn cool.
I still don't see what the big deal is. I mean, it's not like it's from Mark Twain or anything. What?
See you soon.
You better.
Okay, now time to go to...
More questions?
You didn't go on Tino's expedition to Jake's mine?
Please. The man barely knows where his head is. If he's the one who finds that mine, I'll eat my laptop.
I'll let you get back to your writing.
That would be nice.
Okay, now we need to go to the scale, and so I can move the eagle picture.
wonder if that eagle has something to do with the eagle in that painting in the dining car.
Yes.
What's going on?
So, how did your expedition to Jake's mine turn out?
Well, as you may or may not have heard, I didn't find the mine. But at least now I know where it isn't, which is just as good as knowing where it is. Sorta.
Thanks for your
What?
help.
Helping people is what I'm all about.
That made no sense.
What's up?
I saw a bunch of weird glowing lights outside the window of the sleeping car.
Really? Actually, I'm not surprised.
You're not?
They're probably some form of piezoelectricity. See, my guess is quartz crystals in the ground are being compressed as the train passes over them, and the resultant voltage, called piezoelectricity, is manifesting itself as glowing lights, probably because of some quirk in the train shape or in the composition of the metals used in its construction. It was custom built, remember?
Okay.
Whatever it's called, it was unnerving to say the least.
Take it from me, old Mother Nature was capable of some pretty scary stuff.
I'll let you get back to work.
Come back anytime.
Nope. Now I can move the picture and do the
More pipes.
pipes.
Why am I not surprised?
Whoops. I messed up. Really?
There, that looks right.
Turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off! That could have been bad. Okay, now we need to go to Camille's crypt and we can make their rubbing. Wisdom, charity.
Wisdom, charity, purity, eternity.
Okay, now we can go back to the train. And then we can do that great puzzle with the with the 4 random numbers.
And naturally, we have still more pipes.
Yep, always more pipes we need to do.
That should do it.
There we go. Now we can turn the wheel and get the air running through the pipes or whatever it is.
Sounds like steam from the
Steam, there we
engine is
go.
moving through those pipes now.
Okay, now we can go do all the stuff from Jake's thing. Jake's diagram or whatever it is. Yay.
Oh no! What I need is some duct tape.
Duct tape. Let's go ask John Gray for it.
What's up?
Would you by any chance have any duct tape?
Got some right there in my gearbox. That's the good news. The bad news is, I can't open the box. It's an antique lockbox that I found in this
That's funny.
abandoned monastery I scoped out on my show last year. You can open it with either the key, which I just discovered I forgot to bring with me, or the combination, which you're supposed to be able to figure out just by looking at the box.
Oh, joy.
Fortunately, I didn't put anything critical in there. I've never tried to open it without the key, but if you want that duct tape, go ahead and give it a shot.
Thanks, I think I will.
If you get it open, the duct tape's all yours.
There's an image on each of those buttons. They tell a story, maybe? I bet the animals should start from the left shore.
There we go. We have duct tape. Nope, that way. Okay, now we can go repair the pickaxe and
There,
work
good
on
as new. Well, sorta.
Jake's thing.
Okay, looks like that goes there. There, it should work now.
That goes here. Nope, wrong way. That one.
Whoa, looks like I did something right.
Yay. Okay, now let's do this, and we should get all green. We did. Yay! Here we go, guys.
liftoff.
Brimstone Canyon.
That's where Jake's mine is. Brimstone Canyon.
Don't you look all excited. What's up?
I think I know where Jake's mine is. Tell the engineer to head for a place in Nevada called Brimstone Canyon.
Way to go! I knew you could do it, Francie.
Not Francie, Nancy.
Here's the deal. When we get there, I'm going to make sure that you get to be the first one to check out the mine. I'll call everyone together in the dining car, and while we're in there, you slip off the train. Will 10 minutes be enough of a head start?
That'd be great.
Think of it as your reward. Of course, anything you find in the mine is, well, mine. So if I find out that you've taken something without telling me, let's just say things could get ugly.
Whoa. Okay.
Don't worry, you can trust me.
I have the feeling that thanks to you, we are about to discover something huge. Great job, Amy.
Thank you.
Amy. It's not that far from Copper Gorge.
Sounds like the train's leaving. Where's it going? Well, Frank and Joe will make sure it comes back for me. I hope.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
Oh, right. This is the entrance to Jake's mine.
We found Jake's mine.
What's going on here? Jake's color wheel seems to be pointing toward purple. Wow, glowing lizards. Cool. But weird. Oh. Uh-oh, there's some kind of chamber on the other side of those poles. But if I move the wrong one, the ceiling will collapse. Jake was too meticulous not to have left a clue somewhere as to how you're supposed to move them. Okay, so far so good. I should be able to get through there now. Jake Hurley, I presume? Camille. It figures he'd be carrying a picture of her. There's something underneath it.
That's so sad and yet so gross. Jake Hurley.
Looks like a letter. April 14th, 1865.
My dear friend Jake, believe me, Jake, my boy, I can think of nothing more pleasant than touring the West aboard your private train. But much as I would like to accept your invitation, the duties and responsibilities of my office forbid it. I cannot leave Washington until this terrible war is over and the states are united once more.
Your humble friend, Abe.
I would scarcely leave my office at all these days were it not for Mary. Tonight, at her insistence, I will be accompanying her to the Ford Theater to see a comedy called Our American Cousin. Have you seen it? Harry assures me that I'll enjoy it, despite the fact that for some strange reason, I've never felt at ease in that theater. Perhaps tonight will be different. Write to me soon. Your what is it? I don't know what that says. Haven't failed to boost my spirits. Your humble friend, Abe. Oh, that's sad.
Oh my gosh. This is from Abraham Lincoln. And April 14th is the day he was assassinated. This letter must be worth a fortune.
That's just what I thought, too.
Dun dun dun.
See, what I didn't tell you when I gave you that letter Jake wrote to Ruth is that I also found his diary, which is how I found out he'd gotten to be friends with President Lincoln, and that he'd gotten a letter from Abe that he knew would be so valuable someday that he always kept it on his person. Can I have it?
Sure.
See, I knew if we could just find Jake's body, we'd find the letter. And you did it, Amy. You did it. I'm going to be famous. Good famous for once.
So you never really cared about finding Jake's mine?
Nah. I mean, it would have been nice if it was filled with gold and silver and stuff, but this is what I was really after.
And you followed me because you didn't trust me?
I trusted you to find it. I just didn't trust you to give it to me. And now that you have, you know, I'd really, really be famous if I could say I found this all by myself.
What?
But even if I got you to lie for me, how do I know you'd keep lying?
What?
Oh my gosh. What if there was like this cave-in and we were trapped, but I was the only one who made it out?
Excuse me?
Oh my gosh! That way I could not only say that I found the letter, but that I tried to save you. Only you did something stupid, and it was all I could do to save myself. Oh my gosh! I'd make the national news for sure, and people would say I was smart and resourceful and courageous even.
Lori, you can't be serious. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
You don't understand. People are finally going to respect me. I have to do this. Sorry.
What?
The opening's blocked. I'm trapped. Now how am I going to get out of here? Maybe I could get out of here in this.
Let's go. Here we go, guys. Last part of the game. We're almost done. We're almost there. We're almost there, guys. Here we go, guys. Oh, that would hurt so bad.
Lori, are you all right?
Nancy, is everything okay?
It is now.
As soon as we discovered you and Lori weren't on the train, we jumped off and hightailed it back here.
What the heck's going on?
I'm sure Lori will be glad to tell you all about it.
Darn you, Natalie!
It's Nancy. Dear Hannah, some hostess Lori Gerard turned out to be. When her father heard that she'd tried to seal me up in that mine, he canceled all her credit cards and said that from now on, Lori'll have to support herself. She has yet to stop crying. Tino Balducci told reporters that he knew what Lori was up to all along, and said he let Frank, Joe, and me solve the case so we amateurs could enjoy his limelight. Joe was just about to belt him when a big argument broke out between John Gray and Charlena over whether John had really recorded Camille's ghost. She started calling him a crackpot, and then he started calling her a hack. Then, well, let's just say that soon the press was no longer interested in what Tino had to say. As for Jake Hurley, it turns out that his letter from Abe Lincoln is worth a small fortune. Pretty ironic, huh? Jake spent his whole life searching for gold, when all along he possessed something far more valuable. His uncanny knack for making friends. Love, Nancy.
Thanks, EJ. Hey, Sassy Detective, congratulations on cracking the case. You've been awarded the title of Candy Dancer Award for being such a whiz when it comes to dancing. Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been to Paris, France? Well, preparez-vous, because that's where my next mystery adventure takes place. I'm going to be the assistant to Minette, a famous fashion designer. I'll be working undercover to find out why she's been acting so peculiar lately, throwing tantrums, firing people. She's even started wearing a mask for no apparent reason. Her studio is in this spooky-looking centuries-old moulin. That's French for windmill. Of course, that doesn't have anything to do with her strange behavior. Or does it? Only one way to find out. Help me solve my next case. Danger by design. À la prochaine.
Okay, everybody, you finished the game, and it's only 10:30. 10:23 my time. So I've been playing for 2.5 hours, and my quitting time was between 11 to 11:30 my time. So I had about another half hour to an hour left to go. So I'm really excited that I finished the game. Anyway, this video will be up tonight on my YouTube, which reminds me, please subscribe to my YouTube, like me on Facebook, and follow me on Twitch and Twitter. And if you set it up, you can get a notification when I go live, so you don't miss me streaming. If there's something else I'm missing. Okay, yeah, I played the whole game tonight because tomorrow is Mother's Day, and don't want to play anything on that day. So Monday, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I am going to be continuing Skyrim, the storyline or whatever. I don't remember where I'm at on the game. I will once I actually get going on it. But I will put up a poll on my Twitter, and EJ, thank you. I can't remember. Did you say you were doing something with your mom, or were you the one that you said you're across the globe? Scrolling through. No, that was Red said it was across the globe. You said you're taking your mom and your mom-in-law out to dinner tomorrow. That's it. Ha, I got two people mixed up. There we go. Oh, well, that bites. I'm sorry. Oh, really? Gosh, I feel bad now. I don't remember the third person being in here. Oh, okay. What? Heartless room? I don't know what that means. Huh, I don't know why you're seeing a black screen. Shouldn't. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to be continuing, Skyrim, on the one. Yeah, I don't have the game going anymore. I just finished playing. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, But Thursday I finished playing Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2, which, I mean, oh my gosh, that was an amazing game for me. I mean, it was so good. I feel like something else I wanted to say. Yeah, I will put up a poll on my Twitter and ask you all what other games I should play a Nancy Drew game I should play next weekend. I'm not going to be playing a game again all the way through. I'm just going to play it Saturday and Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, but I'll let you all know out of 3 games what game I should play and da-da-da-da. Anyway, I hope y'all have a good night. Have a good Mother's Day tomorrow with your moms, or your mom-in-law, or grandma, or whatever. Thank you all for watching. I hope y'all had a good time. I am now at almost 2.5 hours. Almost. Anyway, have a good night, you all. And come on, load. There we go. Good night, everybody.